What is going on, guys? On the ground here in Boston, just short of runway 22 right, is JetBlue 2417. So we are going to start this one off with the takeoff checklist. This is going to be how to fly a departure segment on the Airbus A320, the FENIX A320 in particular here in Microsoft Flight Simulator. So you can see we're just short of 22 right here. And we're going to go ahead and start off with the before takeoff checklist. If you haven't checked out the other videos before this one, go ahead and do so. We did the pre-flight and the taxi out as well. So here we are with the takeoff now. Flight controls are checked. TCAS is TARA. Departure briefing, we did brief it up. So we're going to go there, takeoff data on FMA. Let's go ahead and ding-dong the cabin crew and run a takeoff config check. We are takeoff no blue, so we're good to go there. Flaps are 1, EK memo takeoff no blue, takeoff runway 22 right, strobes on, packs on, and we'll go ahead and do the after takeoff checklist whenever we are done. We'll go ahead and open up Navigraph and check out the SOX 7, which is what we're going to be on. We're going to be on a heading initially of 215 as briefed in the previous video. We'll go ahead and release our parking brake, start rolling, get our all of our lights on, takeoff lights, flick the taxi light to takeoff position, wing lights on, strobes to the on position. We'll go ahead and take runway 22 right. Doing a flex takeoff today, so not exactly maximum juice, but it's more realistic to do this anyways. Alright, so we'll go ahead and spool them up 50%. A little bit of forward nose down pressure on the stick. Engines are stable. 2 clicks forward. We have man flex 58 SRS climb auto thrust blue. $80 knots is checked. Start letting some of that pressure out. Sometimes in Microsoft you got to keep it in and keep the nose down before, don't let it run away on you before you're ready on V1 and rotate. Go ahead and pull back to that green line. And you have a positive rate of climb, you can go gear up. Heading mode. And let's say they went ahead and gave us a left turn to south. Let's say left turn 180. Oh, that was too much. Left turn to 180. And we'll go ahead and go lever climb. There it is. Thrust climb, open climb, out blue. Still on heading mode. They're going to give us direct TJ here any second. As we roll out on that southbound heading, they'd probably go ahead and say JetBlue 2417 proceed, when able, proceed direct TJ. Direct TJ, JetBlue 2417, go ahead there. Nav mode. Start that left turn, direct TJ, no more than 30 degrees of bank. Getting close to that flaps clean speed, speed check, flaps clean. So your flaps transition to flap 0, so clean speed goes away. Climb into our restricted speed of 210 knots. And we'll say they gave us a climb. I'm not sure what they do here in Boston. Let's say they gave us up to 14,000. So JetBlue 2417 climb maintain flight, or 14,000. Perhaps 14,000 JetBlue 2417. So we'll go ahead and do climb out blue again. All I did there was I pushed it in. And that kind of, it bypasses, I don't want to say it bypasses the restriction, but it just sets it into that managed mode. We don't really have a restriction, just bro at or above 3,000, so not really a problem there. We're coming through 5,000 now. Still hand flying the airplane. They'll give us our, uh-oh. Oh shoot, I think I hit a button on my yoke, sorry. Oh, yes, I did hit a button on my yoke. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know I had a park and brake button. Honestly, what button is that? Oh, all right. Look at that. I have a park and brake button on my yoke. I'm learning with you guys here, I guess. Gonna take a little bit of brightness off the displays, but we can bump up. If you bump up the back display, it bumps up the like terrain, weather data information there. So it's always kind of nice. The front one does like the lines and like the display itself, and then I'm sorry, the front one does the display itself, and the back one does like, yeah, that. So 2 knobs there. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and throw the autopilot on so that we can focus on our procedures. Autopilot 1, if you're a first officer flying, you do autopilot 2. We're going to go ahead and retract the speed brakes. Flaps are up, engine ignition norm, auto brake is off, and our lights are going to stay on through 10,000 feet, which is coming up pretty quickly here, so we're not going to have too much more time with the lights and seatbelt signs on. Might keep the seatbelt signs on the whole time if it's too quick. So after takeoff, landing gears up, ECAM checked, and we are cleared. Let's go ahead and say they clear us up to flight level 220. That's our final for today. All right, climb maintain flight level 220. And you can check the, yeah, we're cruising at 220. Optimum's 350, but I mean, it wouldn't make any sense to get up to 350 there. And something else I did kind of forget to do, it's kind of optional, but you can just do direct, or like to JFK, so you can see how much distance you have left to go. All right, through 10,000 feet, we're going to go ahead and turn our landing lights off, and we're going to leave our passenger signs on because we're inside clouds, and the clouds can get bumpy for sure. And since we are inside visible moisture, outside air temperature is +7, we can go ahead and turn our engine anti-ice on as well. Inside that icing range, you can never be too careful. Don't want to be picking up any ice out here, so now it looks like we need to be bumping up our displays a little bit. Beautiful Boston down below us there. Well, I don't know. That is not Boston. I don't know. That's a swamp down there. Oh, there is. Okay, there are some towns. I couldn't tell what. That's awful. I don't know what the texturing down there is doing, but yeah. So anyways, next thing we're waiting on pretty much is just going to be climbing up to flight level 180. So probably go ahead and fast forward till we get up to that point. Alright guys, we're coming up on our transition altitude here of 18,000 feet. Going to enter the flight levels here. Whenever we do, we're going to go ahead and pull this out so it's arrow down. And we're going to go ahead and set it now. Go ahead and transition to that. Oh, there it is. Lose a little bit of altitude there, obviously going from the high pressure to low pressure. But yeah, that's going to pretty much do it for our departure segment video. Thank you guys for watching, and we're going to film the descent video next as we climb to our cruising altitude here. So thank you guys for watching. We'll see you at we'll see you up in cruise for the descent preparations and the descent into JFK.